In the vibrant village of Iregun, where tradition ruled stronger than the beating of the market drums, the daughter of Chief Adesewa, Adesewa, lived a life both gilded and caged. She had beauty that made the maidens envious and the young men's hearts quicken. Yet she was watched closely, for her father guarded her like the ancestral crown of the clan. Despite her privileged life, Adesewa carried loneliness like a secret burden. Her father's wealth and influence had surrounded her with material comfort but stripped her of freedom. She often gazed at the horizon beyond the village, wondering if her destiny lay outside the boundaries of her father's compound. At Iregun Secondary School, Adesewa's world shifted. She met Kunle, a boy of ordinary background, whose intelligence and quiet determination stood in contrast to the arrogant sons of chiefs who courted her attention. Kunle's laughter had no fear, and his eyes held a sincerity that pulled her heart closer day by day. Kunle knew who she was, and that knowledge should have been enough to stop him. But love often defies wisdom. Their stolen conversations beneath the old mango tree on the school grounds grew longer, and what started as friendship bloomed into something more dangerous. Adesewa cherished the notes he slipped into her books, simple words of encouragement, drawings of hearts that made her blush, and declarations that made her spirit soar. She treasured them more than gold. For the first time in her life, she felt seen not as a chief's daughter, but as a girl whose laughter and dreams mattered. When whispers of their closeness spread through the village, Adesewa grew frightened. She knew her father would not tolerate her affection for a commoner. Kunle too feared discovery, but his resolve was clear. "I will not let fear steal what is ours," he told her. His words lit a fire in her chest. Their love grew in secrecy. On afternoons when the sun blazed hot and the school grounds emptied, they would meet by the stream to talk about their dreams. Kunle spoke of becoming an engineer and lifting his family from poverty. Adesewa confessed her longing to be free, to make choices without her father's shadow dictating her life. One day, Mornike, Adesewa's closest friend, caught them together. Instead of betraying them, she chose loyalty. "Be careful," she warned, "for if the chief hears of this, thunder will fall." Adesewa gripped her hand. "I would rather face thunder than live without love." But thunder indeed was gathering. Chief Adesewa had already begun plans to betroth Adesewa to Folktales, the son of a wealthy landowner. The match promised to strengthen his political ties and secure his power. Folktales was bold and arrogant, a man who saw Adesewa not as a partner but as a prize to display. When Adesewa learned of the arrangement, her world collapsed. Tears streaked her face as she confided in Kunle. "They would rather sell me like cattle than let me love you." Kunle clenched his fists. "Then we will fight. Love is not for sale." Their stolen meetings became more desperate, their vows more passionate. Each kiss was a rebellion, each embrace a prayer for courage. But fate tightened its grip. One evening, a palace guard reported seeing Adesewa walking too close to Kunle on the road. Chief Adesewa's fury erupted like a storm. He summoned his daughter. "What business do you have with that boy?" His voice shook the compound. Adesewa trembled but refused to lie. "I love him, father." The chief's palm struck the table with a force that silenced the house. "You will marry Folktales. This nonsense ends now." But Adesewa's eyes shone with defiance. "You can chain my body, father, but not my heart." Kunle, meanwhile, faced his own trials. Word spread among villagers, and whispers followed him wherever he went. Some mocked him, others admired his boldness. His mother, worried for his safety, pleaded with him. "Leave her, Kunle. The chief is not a man to challenge." But Kunle shook his head. "I cannot leave what gives my life meaning." Folktales grew impatient. He cornered Adesewa at the market, reminding her of the engagement. "Whether you smile or cry, you will be mine," he sneered. Her heart recoiled, but her voice remained steady. "I belong to no man but the one I choose." Every night, Adesewa prayed for strength. Her mother, Lady Folktales, watched with sorrow, torn between loyalty to her husband and compassion for her daughter. In whispers, she offered comfort. "Do not let your fire die, my child. Perhaps your love will teach us all." But Chief Adesewa hardened his stance. He increased Adesewa's surveillance, forbade her from leaving the compound without escort, and threatened to destroy Kunle's family if he persisted. The weight of tradition bore down like an iron chain. Still, love found a way. With Mornike's help, Adesewa slipped notes to Kunle through books and baskets of fruit. Each message was a lifeline, words of devotion that carried them through despair. They spoke of escape, of building a life where no one could tear them apart. One fateful night, Kunle waited by the river, supplies ready for their journey. Adesewa was supposed to meet him. But her absence stretched into dawn. His heart broke, believing she had abandoned him. In truth, she had been locked away by her father. Guards stood by her door, their spears like prison bars. She cried until her voice cracked, pressing her ear against the wooden wall as though she could hear Kunle's call in the distance. Mornike was caught trying to smuggle a note from Adesewa. Dragged before the chief, she refused to speak. Though she was beaten, her loyalty did not waver. Chief Adesewa, realizing escape was near, doubled the guard at his daughter's chamber. Kunle's despair deepened until Mornike secretly found him at school and whispered, "She did not betray you. She is imprisoned." Relief and rage surged through him. "Then I will not rest until she is free." Weeks passed, and tension mounted. Folktales grew restless, demanding the wedding be finalized. He spat venom about Kunle, threatening to deal with him personally. Chief Adesewa, fearing disgrace, promised the marriage would proceed soon. Adesewa, in her chamber, wrote letters she could not send. "If I die in this place, know that my love for you will not die with me." She tucked them under her pillow, silent prayers to the wind. Kunle's resolve reached its peak. With the help of his friends, he planned a daring rescue. On a moonless night, he crept into the palace compound. Adesewa slipped from her room, Mornike guiding her steps. For a moment, freedom glimmered. But shouts erupted, torches blazed, and guards descended upon them. Kunle fought like a lion, but he was outnumbered. Bloodied and bound, he was dragged before Chief Adesewa. Adesewa fell to her knees. "Father, do not take him from me. He is my life." The chief's voice thundered. "You will marry Folktales, and this boy will be banished. Love cannot defy tradition." But the elders, summoned to witness, were not all in agreement. Baba Akin, the oldest among them, spoke slowly. "Are we so blind that we would kill love to honor pride? Have we not seen kingdoms fall for less?" Adesewa, trembling, rose to her feet. "If you banish him, you banish me too. I will not marry Folktales. I will not live a lie." Her words sent ripples through the hall. No daughter of a chief had ever spoken so boldly. Lady Folktales, tears in her eyes, stepped beside her. "Husband, listen. To crush their love is to crush her spirit. Will you sacrifice your child for the sake of whispers?" The hall fell into silence. The chief's chest heaved, torn between duty and the sight of his daughter's pain. His pride fought his heart, but his heart began to win. At last, his voice broke the stillness. "If she chooses this boy, then so be it. Let tongues wag. Let the world laugh. I will not bury my daughter's joy." Adesewa cried out in relief, rushing to Kunle's side. The elders murmured in shock, but none dared oppose the chief's final word. For the first time in generations, love triumphed over tradition in Iregun. Kunle wrapped his arms around Adesewa. "We made it," he whispered. Her tears sparkled like morning dew as she answered, "No, my love. This is only the beginning." As the sun rose over the village, it illuminated more than two young lovers. It lit a new dawn, a dawn where courage and love had cracked the chains of tradition, and where the heart's choice had finally found its voice. If this story touched your heart, don't just scroll, click like and subscribe for more powerful African love tales.